we're in a place that can be literally called virgin earth. And we're going to climb stuff that's never been seen before or climbed before.
A very special feeling to be here and to discover lots of new mountains and new rocks.
It's taken us over a week to get here. Up the valley we can see these big, cool looking rock formations.
We're gonna go explore with binoculars, scope some routes, see what we can see. Mystery awaits.
On our first day shuttling loads from base camp up to the wall up here, we come back to base camp and Keith tells us that the military had just been there. They'd been there most of the day and they had been pretty strict, pretty adamant about the fact that we needed to leave this area.
So we don't have as much time up here as we thought, which is fine because there are many objectives. We looked at, plan A, plan B, plan C, and then finally arrived at this plan, which is great because it's beautiful cracks, great big wall.
On our first night at Advanced Base Camp, all of our gear was up here. We were psyched, we were ready to get on the wall. We had this amazing objective picked out. As we were eating dinner, we kept hearing these pops and cracks in the ice underneath this boulder that was right next to our cook tent. Those are not pleasant sounds when you're sitting right underneath the boulder.
We saw a 100-ton boulder just move and crash and tumble.
Just
right 10 feet from our cook tent.
Basically like any of these, and we just watched it fall over.
That just sort of set the mood for the last couple days and really gave us some perspective about just how dangerous this area is.
Are you stoked to climb on some of the rock here now? Super stoked. I think it's like some of the most solid rock I've ever seen.
during the night, we could not sleep at all. There was a giant, massive rock falls. We don't know from where it came, but we ran out the tent because I thought we were going to be buried. I really thought for 1 second, okay, I'm dead. That was very scary.
Nobody got very much sleep last night, and everyone's just still kind of on high alert today.
We think on the wall it's safer than underneath the wall, so we might all go up there and try to free climb a really nice crack.
We were just looking with uncertainty at all these huge blocks and boulders above where we had to belay each other on the first pitch of the route.
We started up the route. I started leading the route yesterday and got through some clean crack, got into a bunch of big flakes that were falling out, dirty cracks, and got up to a little chossier stuff that I was gonna have to aid through.
I said, you know, I'll just get up on the route and see if I can find a way to free climb past this choss section.
And Ethan, with his incredible magical powers of climbing, said, oh, you know, I'll give it a shot before you aid through it. You know, I'll see if I can finesse through it. And he did delicately. And it was an honor to watch him do that.
The last 15, 20 feet of the first pitch was pretty chossy and loose, and I didn't know what features were going to hold and what features would break, so I just threw in my chips and grabbed what looked like the most solid rock, and fortunately I didn't fall, because if I would have taken a gigantic fall.
At this point, I don't really know what's going to happen. We might end up leaving today because it's feeling too dangerous, but the underlying goal is you want to make it to the top. Despite all the dangers of the area, we're going to keep pushing up this wall and establish a really amazing route. It's time for the summit. We're all going up, one more pitch to the top. Psyched. And the weather looks sweet, at least for the moment.
I'm psyched.
Jogging on the finger.
Yeah. Yeah, I really can't wait. We all decided to go to the summit all together, which was really nice to be on the wall and have this beautiful view and share the experience all together.
This last pitch, a good A3+, and Pringle is psyched to free it. And so I'm psyched to see him do it. Yeah. Beautiful wall, steep, steep granite.
550 feet of splitter cracks. And some choss thrown in there too, for good measure.
Scary stones on top. As I say a lot, no mystery, no adventure, and I really believe that. Hiccup after hiccup, but I feel like it's been presented in interesting challenges and created a hope and optimism amongst the team to sort of build camaraderie. to go through those moments of fear, stress together and build that camaraderie.